morning. Very welcome, all of you, this Monday morning on our webinar. Today's topic is front talk, or what to say to a brand new business partner so they wouldn't go into witness protection a few weeks later. So I hope you're going to find it useful. You're going to find it practical, something that you can apply into your business building and into your recruitment process. So let me just quickly share my screen. As always, there's a chat box on the right hand side. So if you have any questions or you'd like to share something with us, feel free to type in the stuff in there and I will later on answer your questions. But here we go. So the front talk. So there's few stages to the front talk, and this is ideally you want to do this pretty fast as soon as your new distributor joined the team. So you want to pretty much do it, either on the first meeting or on the second meeting with them. And you'll obviously get the idea why it's important to do it as soon as possible, but it sort of sets the pace of the business where you are now in a working relationship with that person, if you like. I mean, yes, we are all friends, we all like family in this business, but you want to ensure that the person understands that this is a business, and it's a business relationship that you're going to have with them. So the first step, A, is fact find. Okay, so what did they do before? Are they single? Are they married? Do they have any kids? Are they, do they own a house, or, do they just renting? Do they have a car? How much money are they making at their present job, or did they make in their last job, etc. So all of these things are important because you will know where this person is in their life. Very often we don't ask those questions and we don't even know. And, it's a bit of a cliche saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you want to make sure that you build this relationship with your business partner where you know a little bit more about them than just the name and whatever and the mobile number. You want to know where they're coming from, etc., so you can help them to achieve what they want to achieve in their life. And then the next question is, why did they join FM? So sometimes we assume that everybody want to build a team of 50,000 people and whatnot, etc. But reality is that that's not necessary. They might have joined for different reasons, etc. So you want to find out what is their reason to join the business, and what do they want to get out of the business. Again, so what is it that you want to get out of this business, and they will tell you, whether they want the money or they want the cars or they want the holidays or they want whatever, right? So they will tell you, but this way at least what is their what we call hot buttons, what is their drivers, what is their why for this business, right? And the last question here at the fact find is, how much money do they need to earn minimum just to survive? Now, why is it important to ask this question? Well, the reason why it's important to ask this question, because that you can then determine where do they need to be in the business to go full time. Because if the person says, well, just to survive, I probably could survive on, I don't know, 1,500 pounds. Now you can determine, okay, so this is the level they need to reach in order to be able to go full time. Or this is the income they need to reach in order to be able to go full time and go, okay, I'm now full time in business. I don't need to go to work anymore because the business is paying all of my bills and mortgage and everything. Now I can, go for it. I can really crush it. I can really go for it. So it's important to know those things. And obviously it goes without saying that if you're doing this, I'd suggest you have some sort of, either a notebook or keep some sort of a record of these conversations you have with people. Because once your team starts growing to 10, 20, 50, 100 people, etc., you're not going to remember all of this stuff. So you almost want to have like a separate either a notebook or a folder where you keep this information so you know where each of these people are at. Okay, so step number two is my story. So at this point you go, okay, thank you for sharing that. Now let me tell you, why I am in this business, and what, I want to achieve out of this business, and to tell them what you have achieved so far. So, and it doesn't matter even if you joined the business a week before them. That's what you're going to tell them, but if you've been in a business for 6 months, a year, 2 years, or whatever, you're going to share with them what you have achieved so far, the places you've been so far, the things you have, earned so far, and things like that. So you want to show them, your journey. So again, they know you better. They don't just know you as, this, name and telephone number. They know you a little bit better, So, and at this point, it's important that you tell them that their success is your success. So you're going to do the best for them. And it's important that they understand that, because sometimes, if you don't make it absolutely clear, sometimes the people will go, oh, whatever, they're teaching me this or that, or they're telling me not to do this or that, and I want to do it my way or whatever. But you want to make sure that you, from very, very early on, you explain to them that, look, it makes no sense for me to advise you something against you making money. I mean, if I would teach you something that would prevent you from making money, it would not make any sense whatsoever. Because if the more money you make, guess what? The more money I make, right? So your success is my success. So whatever I'm going to teach you, whatever I'm going to advise you, whatever I'm going to tell you to do, it's because these are the things that will help you the most. So this is, and it's important that they understand that. Okay, so the third step, C, is the close. Okay, so the question you want to ask this brand new person is, do you want me to help you to succeed? Right? So do you want me to help you to succeed? Right? And are you sure? So most people will go, yeah, absolutely. I want you to help me. Well, then I will do my best, right? And don't say it if you don't mean it. So I will do my best. But there will be times when I am going to have to pull you up and tell you things you might not like or want to hear. Can I do that? And get their answer, okay? Now, because they are just getting started, because they're excited about the business, because they want to succeed, guess what? Of course, they're going to say, yeah, sure, tell me everything you need to tell me, etc. Now, and then you want to say, now you won't take it personally, will you? Because your success is my success, right? So I only want the best for you. Now, why is it important to have this conversation? Why is it important to tell them that? The reason why it's important, because now they gave you permission to tell them off when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because very often people will have the first part of the conversation where they found out what their goals are and what they want to achieve. So, okay, you want to build a team and you want to get, to 5,000 a month and you want to be this, that, and the other. And they leave it at that. And then when the person is not doing what they're supposed to be doing and whatever happens, then 3 months later or 4 months later, they call them and they go, hey, Mary, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Why is that? And they go, whoa, what do you, why are you talking to me like that? You're not my boss, whatever, right? So then it causes this resistance. However, if I have this conversation with them and I tell them, look, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, I will have to pull you up on that and tell you things as they are because I want you to succeed and I want you to get those results. Then this gives me a permission a month from now or 2 months from now or 3 months from now, call that person and go, hey, John, I like you, but I don't like what I'm seeing with your results. Whatever. So I can have this conversation and go, look, if you carry on doing what you're doing right now, you're not going to get to those results you said you want to get to. Or you're not going to get to them in the time frame that you wanted to get to them, right? So we either need to then change your goals or we need to change your strategy because what you're doing right now, it's not working. We need to change something. So this gives me a permission. And because they said yes, I can even call them and go, remember when you first started? And I said, if I see that you're not doing something, I'm going to have to call you. Remember that? And they'll go, yeah, remember you said you want me to tell you about that. Okay. So this is really, really important part. Okay, then step number 4, the D, is the tie down. Okay, so there's one thing I'd like you to know. If you make money, I make money. So I'm going to work hard with you 100%. But I need you to do the same. Can I count on you? and again get the answer. So this really mostly applies for people who when you talk to them, these are the people who say, I want to be a team builder, I want to get the results fast, I want to earn big money, etc. Because with these guys, the time is of the essence, right? I mean, if somebody wants to hit the high level and make big money, they don't just want to do this as a hobby, then you really want them to get results fast. So you want to have, again, this conversation, and go, look, I'm going to go 100% with you. I'm going to put in everything I've got to help you, but I need you to do the same. Can I count on you? Now, guess again, if they say, yeah, absolutely, I'm going to go full out, then guess what? There shouldn't be any problems with them attending meetings. There shouldn't be any problems with them attending trainings. There shouldn't be any problems with them doing the things they're supposed to be doing, right? Because they just told you that they're going to go full out, right? But again, if you don't have this conversation, they might turn around and go, well, I only want to do, 1 hour a month or whatever, right? So you want to, and maybe at this time it will come up where they go, you know what, but, I have 17 children and 5 jobs and blah, blah, blah. And I'm only going to have to do, going to be able to do half an hour, a week, this business. Then you can very quickly reevaluate, what role they're going to play in your team, etc. So again, it helps you to understand what type of people you have in your business. They don't just they no longer are just numbers. Then you actually see what each of these people are capable to do and what they are going to do. Okay, and then the last part, part number 5, I think, it's the E, which is the game plan. Okay, so let's make a game plan for the next 30 days. And again, some of you are doing 90-day game plan, some of you are doing 30-day game plan, 60-day, doesn't really matter. But make some sort of a game plan. So what is it that they're going to be doing over the next 30 days? What is it that you want them to do? What is it that it's suggested or recommended for them to do, etc. So number 1 is war market. So probably one of the most important things is to explain to them that their war market is their asset. Sometimes people go, oh yeah, I'm going to do this business, but I don't want to talk to my friends and family. I straight away catch this. I straight away go, well, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because your war market is your biggest asset. Because when a brand new person starts, they don't yet know how to present very well. They're not very good speaker. They're not very good whatever. But one thing they have in their arsenal, in their asset list, is their war market, is the people that they already know. For those people, they can even do a bad presentation. They will still join the business. So it's important for them to use the war market, because if they don't, then again, I mean, they still can build a business just on the cold market, but it's much harder. So I will make sure I tell them that. If they choose to go just cold market, it's fine, but at least I told them about that. Number 2 is number of presentations. So again, you want to keep it real here. You want to start giving them the numbers as they are. You don't want to go, well, you're going to do 10 presentations and recruit 10 people, and all of those 10 people going to be the top guys in your team, and they're going to do all the points and build the business, etc. And you'll never have to introduce another person in your life. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you tell them the numbers as they are. So if you do so many presentations, this is how many people are actually going to be interested in joining the business. And out of those people who join, this is what's the percentage of them actually going to be active and actually going to be doing the business, etc. So it's important to set their expectations at this point, where they understand the amount of work they're going to have to put in. Because sometimes people see this massive income in the business where they can earn 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 40,000 a month, but they think they will be able to do that by introducing 1 person a month. And I go, no. I mean, if you do that, it'll take you like 150 years to get to that. So you want to ensure that they understand what is it that they have to do to achieve different brackets of income, etc. So yes, you can do 1 person a month, but then you can't expect, 40,000 pounds a month income, or at least very quickly. So that's really, you want to keep it real here. Again, inform them about local business opportunity presentations, about local trainings, about local meetings, about the webinars and things like that. So you're introducing them to the systems and structures. Number 4 is product sold. Again, you can explain to them different strategies on selling the products. Again, selling the products might not be the essence of the business, but it still can give them a very nice cash flow and gives them that sense of that the business is real. Because even if they made £50 or £100, even though it's not a life-changing amount of money, but it's real. Now they can go to the friend and go, look, in my first week I made £100. It's real, it's working for me, etc. So product sales is the immediate income that they're going to get right away. It's not the passive income that they're going to develop from the team building. Number 5 is skill level to achieve. So again, you want to ensure that you explain to them that if they want to be a professional network marketer and go to the £100,000 a year bracket, guess what? They're going to have to develop themselves and learn a thing or two. They cannot expect to go to any profession, to any field, and start making £100,000 a year without learning anything. So same in this industry too. Yes, you can start without any knowledge, any experience, any skills or whatever, but then with time, you have to develop them. Because if you don't, then again, it's a low chance that you're going to progress and succeed. Number 6 is scheduled training. So again, explain to them about the training structure that you have, any resources that you have for them available, anything else that they can use and see, etc. So it's important to explain about local live trainings and the online trainings and things like that, and also ask them, would you like some extra sessions? Because if somebody says, you know what, I want to really crush this thing, I want to really succeed fast, then you might want to go, well, I suggest, you book some extra sessions with me where I can train you on this, on that, on the other thing, etc. So you can give them extra training so they can progress faster if they choose to, right? Then number 7 is schedule inspections and checkpoints. So again, you might want to schedule like a review in after 2 weeks, after a month, or whatever, just to see how they're going. So you don't want to finish the appointment and go, okay, so we'll see each other sometime in the future. What you want to do is book the next appointment. So go, okay, so this is it now. Okay, let's meet up in a week, or let's meet up in 3 days, or let's meet up in 2 weeks, or whatever, right? So you want to keep in touch with them, right? And the last one, number 8 here, it says keep contact. So again, one thing you want to explain, especially as your team grows, if you're brand new and you have 2 team members, it's fine. You can call those 2 team members every single day by yourself. But once your team gets to a point where you have 500 people in your team, 1,000 people in your team, couple of thousand people, you're probably not going to be able to call them every single day, everybody, right? So what you want to tell the person is that you call me, I don't call you, right? So if you need any help, if you need any support, if you struggle with anything, call me. I'm there for you, I can help you, but I cannot call every single person every single day in my business, because that is just physically and virtually and whatever way impossible, right? So you want to ensure that they understand that, because sometimes they go, well, oh, my sponsor is not calling me, because they were under the impression that you're going to be calling them every single day to check up on them, etc. But they don't realize that you have another 999 distributors in your team and you're a pretty busy person, right? So it's important to explain that. Now, the last thing here I will say to the game plan also is use the incentives. To structure your game plan, use the incentives, right? So if, now we are approaching the end of the year, and in a week's time, we're going to find out about the brand new incentives for the next year. So you want to make sure that you use those incentives to structure your game plan around them. Because this is how they're going to be making the money, and they're going to have the natural goals to go for, and these goals are in the business success. So you don't need to make it up. You basically just need to use those incentives, and get these guys to work towards them, right? So we have some incentives for the first 10 days, we have some incentives for the first 3 months, and things like that. So you want to target those incentives because they will naturally progress them in a business. So you might want to go, okay, so you want to go for this level at your first 30 days, and you want to go for this level over the next 30 days, etc. And if you set this game plan, what it does, it gives them a structure, a path to follow, right? Because a lot of people don't do that, and then what happens is that these guys, they don't even know what to do. And imagine going to a brand new job and they just go, well, figure it out what you need to do here. Whatever. That's your job, that's your desk, and figure out what you need to do here. You would be shocked. You would go, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this job, right? Because they didn't tell me what I need to do. But a lot of people do it like that in the business, right? They introduce new people, they briefly explain to them the business opportunity, and they go, off you go, good luck. Right? It's really, it's a lot better when you structure it and when you give them a proper game plan. Okay, guys. So I hope you got value from this. I hope you'll be able to use this in your recruitment process and in your when you're introducing brand new people. If you have any questions regarding this, you can contact me anytime. Now, like I said, if you are watching this webinar live, then you obviously have the recorded the live link. If you're watching a recording of this on YouTube, do subscribe to our channel. So this way you'll get to see all the other trainings that we do as well. It's a big red button underneath that says subscribe. And if you want more trainings like that as well, you can go to our blog, which is titaniumsuccess.co.uk/blog, where you will find other trainings related to network marketing and home-based business and personal development. Okay, guys, so you have a fantastic week. We are a few days away from Christmas, so Merry Christmas, guys. And I will speak to you one more time after the Christmas on the Monday the 28th. And on the Monday of 28th, we'll do a special webinar on how to prepare for the brand new year and how to start your business in the brand new year. And then we'll see you then after the New Year's. So have a Merry Christmas and very, very happy New Year. I hope you're gonna spend some time with your families and friends and close people, re-energize, refresh, and get set to launch the 2016, the best year ever. All right, guys, I'll see you at the top.